Welcome to Paul's Parlor, everyone. Hope you enjoy today's episode. This game is rated T for teenagers. Today's episode is Saying Goodbye to HyperScape, podcast discussion gameplay from Figure Numo. Hello everyone, I'm your host Paul, welcome to Paul's Parlor, and welcome back to HyperScape. Today we are going to discuss HyperScape lore and gaming facts, leading into why the game failed to be successful. HyperScape is a free-to-play first-person shooter that was developed and published by the video game company Ubisoft, who are mostly known for the gaming series Assassin's Creed. While I go over the facts of the game, I will be doing a bit of gameplay, jumping around the hub, showing you different cosmetics and assets from the game, as well as going into the testing grounds and showing you off the guns and abilities. HyperScape was developed and published by Ubisoft on August 11th, 2020, and ran for 3 seasons with mixed reviews. Personally, I enjoyed HyperScape for its unique gunplay, sharply animated abilities, and fascinating lore. HyperScape takes place in the year 2054, where a bunch of bad choices from the human race in 2022 led to war and other anomalies ruining the planet. In the year that the game takes place in, the new government in charge of restoring the world creates a digital universe called the HyperScape. In the HyperScape, players compete in tournaments of Battle Royale and Team Deathmatch to be crowned the best of the best. For a while it was all fun, until rumors of disappearing players arose. These were rumors of hackers cheating to win the crown, or of assassins taking out players in the real world. As the rumors turned into reports, and more clues became obvious, a young girl named Nahari used her detective skills to get to the bottom of the mystery. Over the course of HyperScape's 3 seasons, HyperScape has been a battleground of champions, fighting alongside Nahari field reporter, hackers breaking the rules, and security guards disqualifying the unfair players. The battlegrounds of the HyperScape became more unstable every match because of the hackers. This brings us to our next topic. In real life, in our year of 2022, on January 29th, Ubisoft announced to players that HyperScape did not turn out as successful as they had planned, and that everyone only had time enough to finish their Season 3 Battle Passes until April 28th, 2022. Given the fact that I have enjoyed this game since launch, as soon as I got the news, I went straight into a few weeks of streaming Battle Royale and Team Deathmatch to finish my Battle Pass with the other players. For a while it was fun, but as time dragged on, the player numbers dwindled and sweats took over the majority of the lobbies. I did not end up completing my Battle Pass on time, but I did manage to make it to tier 94 or so and unlock a special golden red skin from my login rewards. In conclusion, I believe HyperScape failed because although it had some unique gameplay mechanics, the full concept was not unique enough to capture players' imaginations effectively in order to compete with most of the popular free-to-play first-person shooters of the time, such as Halo Infinite, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty Warzone. So yeah, those are my main points of this video. Now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go over what I see on the screen. So what you're seeing now are all the different guns that you can use in the game. A lot of these guns were not balanced out. Some of them are overpowered and some of them don't do enough damage. But I was able to get quite a good number of skins from playing through the battle passes and got mostly all purples. The Sub-Zero skins weren't exactly my favorite, but they are pretty cool. The golden red skin I mentioned is the character you see me playing as here. Now we'll do the emotes. We got the crown emote that I showed you earlier. We got a fist pump. We got the sword. We got the rose. And we got sitting on the throne. Then we got the loading screens. These loading screens are good, but in some places I feel they were just too bright for the player to look at. And then another one of my favorite cosmetics you could unlock were these stickers or emblems. Cool thing to identify the player by. So now we're gonna go into training, also known as the testing ground, and I'll show you off all the guns and abilities in the game and how they worked. Here we go. So this is the testing grounds, and this is one of my favorite maps in the game. This is the invulnerable hack, makes you invincible for a limited amount of time. And the hacks are one of the things that make this game kind of similar or copying Apex Legends in my opinion. Except for the fact that in Apex Legends, all of your abilities are locked to the heroes, but here you can just pick up whatever ability you want. Another thing that HyperScape and Apex Legends had in common was the melee weapons. As you can see here, my melee weapon is a sword, and in HyperScape, everyone in the game starts with a melee weapon. In Apex Legends though, if you want a melee weapon, you're gonna have to spend a ton of money on useless Apex packs just in order to get one that isn't even required in order to be a good player at the game, to be honest. So another one of the abilities is this jumping one, and I got it mixed up with the slam. There's a super slam, yep. Nice. And I got a mine. Gonna explode his head. And we got the shields. There's a medium shield, and then there's a giant wall that you can even use to get up to higher places. And there's a platform hack that I think might have been not used very much, because I barely ever saw it in any of the matches I played. Here are the loot boxes. Here's what they look like. It's the Hexfire Gatling gun. Here's the Komodo fire gun. One of the things I loved about HyperScape the most was just being able to grab a weapon out of digital thin air. I can't think of any other game that lets you do that. And a lot of the guns are just so satisfying to use. Like, the reload animations, the shooting animations. They just don't feel like anything else I've played before. So what I'm doing here is I'm fusing the weapon, and the more you fuse a weapon, the more damage it does, and the more effective it becomes in combat. So you see right here, that was an energy blaster. This is a grenade launcher. This right here is called the R-Tax, also known as the goo gun, because it shoots gobs of green goo. It was one of the most deadliest weapons in the game when it came in Season 2. Then we got the sniper rifles. Got my personal favorite, the Dragonfly. And then you got the one of the deadliest weapons in the game, the Protocol Sniper. At full power, this thing does instant one-hit kills. Look at that. You did not want to run into a good player who had this weapon, believe me. Back in January and February when this game was announced to be closing down, the lobby numbers went from 30 players to 20 players down to pretty much only 10 players. So yeah, it dwindled pretty fast because of the sweats. They are basically making the game unplayable for your average player. HyperScape's SMG and Ripper Rifle, these are two weapons that remind me so much of Apex Legends. Oh yeah, this is another one of my favorite abilities. This is the ball. Boy. Could bounce to incredible heights with this thing. Ah! I was trying to land on the ceiling there. Well, not the ceiling, on the support beam. Okay, did I miss a gun? I don't think so. Oh, no, I did miss these. Here's the shotgun. This is the Mammoth. It's probably the weakest gun in the game, even at full fusion. Then we got the Riot Pistol, which is the deadliest pistol in the game. It's my favorite weapon to use. Very accurate. And it has probably the coolest reload animation in the game. But as you can see here, the shotgun is just not good. It's not doing enough damage. This is a double tap pistol. It's basically your aimbot. When it fires, it immediately locks on to the closest enemy right in front of you. So you barely even have to aim, really. So that about finishes up the testing ground. Just gonna see if I can actually manage to get up here. Can I do it? Can I do it? No, no! Ah, I fell. Okay. I'm gonna try it on an easier one. Get the platform there. Bounce. Bounce. Boing. Boom, we made it. Yay! Fist bump. One of the other things I love the most about HyperScape was, with its lore, it just wasn't afraid to take the idea of the apocalypse we thought we were living in 2020 with the pandemic and all the other crazy stuff that was going on. It just wasn't afraid to put an apocalyptic concept into its game during the time. So now we're gonna see if the lobbies actually work, if anybody's still playing this game. This is the last week you're able to play the game. And when this video is published, it'll be the last day you can try to play it. So at first I thought nothing was gonna happen while I was just being bored running around the hub. This is one of the things I did not like in HyperScape. There was basically nothing to do on the hub while you waited for a match to happen. But surprise, surprise, I was actually able to find a match, so for the remainder of the video you'll get to see me do that. So as you can see, there's only 10 people in this match, so not a lot of players. And thankfully in this match we were lucky enough to be hovering right over the map. In other streams that I've done, if you watch my HyperScape playlist, I'll put a link in the description in. If you watch my other streams, I've logged into Battle Royale matches where you would just get in your drop pod and basically drive right off the map because Basically, the drop zone was not right over the area where players were allowed to be, so you would drop right into the death zone and just instantly die. But yeah, here's the basics of Battle Royale. I can't play Team Deathmatch because in the last few weeks and months of this game, Team Deathmatch was the only mode that players bothered to play, and as soon as it became full of sweats, it became just aggravating for everyone, and no one wanted to give it the time while trying to finish the game. So as you can see, I'm pretty rusty. I didn't know what I was doing here. So in the beginning phases of Battle Royale, you have what's called a second phase, a second chance phase, where you're allowed to come back for a limited amount of lives for a certain amount of time. So I've already tried twice, and the second chance clock is ticking, so I gotta get good. Grab my favorite pistol, grab my favorite rifle, ooh, grab a better rifle, let's get the Ripper. Can we jump out of this Resident Evil place? No, we can't. Okay. Just do that. Take the stairs. See if we can get a kill or two. Give me your bad guy. Bam! Got a kill. Nice. Oh no, someone behind us. Someone behind us. Where'd they go? Oh, nope, he's over here. Come on. Where'd he go? Oh no, he turned invisible. Come back, come back. I am not getting my aim today. No, he's got a Gatling gun. And I'm dead. Well, everyone, that's the end of this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.